Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A lot of students, chess hobbyists, and chess amateurs ask this question: how can we improve chess? Well, let's look at some of the best approaches to chess improvement in today's podcast. Like everything else, you can improve your chess by studying it, by practicing it. Like you go through your math book or your physics book, you learn it, then you memorize some of the things, you learn some of the concepts, you appear in an exam. So you improve at subjects. It's similar with chess. Now, it used to be in the old times that you would have to go and play in a chess club with real human beings, and there was no other way, especially in 80s and early 90s, at least for us growing up in Pakistan. Nowadays, that's not the case. Obviously, now you have websites, you have artificial intelligence engines, Stockfish and whatnot, and so it's a lot quicker. You can improve your chess a lot quicker in comparison to what people of my age had in their youth. But you need a structured approach. So let's look at it. Let's look at some of the approaches that we can have to a structured methodology for learning chess and getting better at chess. One of these methodologies is proposed by most of the GMs, and it has 4 primary components. So you have, first of all, practical play and annotations of your own games. Then you have the practical side of affairs, which is tactics, solving lots of tactics every day. Then you have the theoretical side of affairs, which is reading a book, going through it. And then finally, you have the concept of homework, where you assign yourself, let's just say, a type of homework. I mean, it's not homework in the conventional sense. And you go through some GM games, or you have a quota to fill to be able to reach that goal. Understand this, you have to have long-term goals and a structured approach for improvement that counts. So let's go through this. The first thing is annotate. Practice makes perfect, everybody knows that. So play with the chess engine and analyze your games thoroughly. Choose a good chess engine, and I recommend 2 chess engines primarily. One is Commodore Dragon. It is known for its human-like play. The only disadvantage is that it is quite expensive, so you'll have to buy it, and it's not cheap. But it's an excellent engine to play with, so play your game with it, or choose Stockfish. Stockfish is completely free to use. Its method is brute force calculations, so it's very good at sharp tactical play. And it has different levels, so you can play with level 1, start there. But play a game, a 40-minute game, a 60-minute game, not a blitz game. Play a 40, 60, 80, 120 minutes game with one of the engines, and then analyze your game through that engine. Analyze it and annotate it. Annotation, the concept of annotation is very important. This is something you need to do every day. Now, if you want a tutorial on how to install an engine on Windows, like you'll need a GUI, you'll need a software. You can pick an open source software, chess software like Skid versus PC, or a GUI that's freely available on the internet. You can search this on the internet. You can search how to install Stockfish on Windows PC or Mac OS. and you will be presented with tutorials which are available on the internet. But if you want a tutorial, a complete tutorial from A to Z on how to install an engine on your PC, then hit me in the comments and maybe I'll make one. But you can find this information in abundance on the internet. That's not a problem. So the first thing is, forget everything else. Forget everything else, really. This is something that all GMs say. And it is common between all GMs to annotate your own games. Unless and until you learn from your own mistakes, you're never going to improve. That's the first rule in everything. You have to learn from your own mistakes, right? So if you keep making the mistakes again and again, there is no point in studying chess. No matter which book you pick up, no matter which website you buy a membership to, it's not going to help you. First and foremost, you'll need to identify what are the weaknesses in your play, what are the mistakes that you commit often, and you'll need to identify those areas in which you're weak and make blunders, make mistakes, and then you'll have to rectify that. So that is the first point, always. Start playing. Just start playing. It used to be that you had to go to a coach or you had to go to a chess club for this. You'd have to play with real human beings, with real players. Nowadays, you don't need to do that. You don't. And for this kind of practice, you don't even need to go to a website to play online. You can just sit at your home and play with an engine on your PC, on your cell phone. Commodore, Stockfish, both are available for cell phones as well. So you can use it on Android, you can use it on iOS. That's not a problem. So that is the first thing. Start doing this. 90% of the kids that come to me, that have come to me in the past, that still come to me, when I tell them to do this, the ones who do this, they improve dramatically. In a very short period of time, in 3, 4, 5 months, they improve drastically. So this is one of the key methods to improve your chess. One of the key things that you need to do. The second thing is solve puzzles every day. Every GM, every book you pick up on chess improvement, every GM's article you're going to study on internet about chess improvement, they're going to tell you that you need to solve puzzles every day. 95% of chess is tactics, right? So you have to solve various kinds of puzzles every day. If you're 1400, 1500 ELO, you're already playing at some level, you need to mix the puzzles. Sometimes when we pick up puzzle books, the puzzles are structured thematically. So if you have a theme of queen sacrifice, you'll have 50, 40 puzzles which employ the theme of queen sacrifice. That's not going to help. These kind of books are not going to help you in the long run. Maybe at beginning, when you were just beginning to play chess, you were starting at chess, maybe you were 800, 700, 900 rated. Yeah, sure, you need to start from there. But if you want to improve your chess, pick up a chess puzzle book that does not give you a theme prior to presenting you with the puzzle. So you are going in blind. You don't know what kind of puzzle it is, what kind of theme it employs, right? Also mix the puzzles together. Mix various levels of difficulties in the puzzles together. Don't just go at one type of puzzles all day. No, that's not how it works. So you have to mix and match, and then there is something called timed repetition. So leave the puzzles alone for a while, then go back to them. Leave the puzzles alone for a while, go back to them. But solve at least 5 to 10 puzzles every day. Do that. Now there are two ways in which you can solve puzzles. You can have puzzles on your cell phone or your PC, but one of the best methods is that you buy a book and you go through it, all of it. And beware of some of the books which have chess studies in them. So that's a separate topic. If you're presented with a lot of puzzles that are made up just for the sake of presenting you with a chess problem, that is called chess study, right? That's called a miniature study or a chess study. The problem with that kind of puzzles is, if you get to solve these kinds of puzzles too often, you won't be able to identify these tactics in your own real life games, because these chess problems are made up. These are chess studies. These are meant for, let's just say, for giving you a better understanding of a theme, a tactical theme, or a strategic theme, or things like that. These are purely educational. In practical terms, you would benefit more from the kind of puzzles which are taken from real life games, because those kind of positions you'll come across in your own games as well when you're playing. So what I recommend, the top 3 puzzle books that I always recommend to kids is, number 1, Tactics Time 1 and 2. Tim Brennan, I think, is the name of the guy who has collected these tactics, and these are all from real life grandmaster level or international master level games. So these are great books, and I think you should pick at least one of them and work your way through it. The second is Woodpecker Method. World-renowned, excellent selection of puzzles. Goes from easy to hard to hardest master level. Again, a very good book to pick up. And then the last one, the third one, is Peshka's software. It's called CT Art. Everybody knows about it. You can have it on your Windows PC. You can have it on your cell phone. And it's not very expensive. But I'd recommend that you pick up the book. There's a book called CT Art as well. I would recommend that over any software. It's always better to go through these puzzles using a book and a real chessboard. If you can't do that in today's world, of course, you have lots of studies, you have other things to take care of, and so you can't really, have a book on your bedside table and a chessboard and go through all these puzzles on a real chessboard, then no problem. You can make use of websites, you can make use of CT Art for software, which is available both for Windows and for Android and iOS. You can also go to lichess.org, excellent open source free chess website. Lots and lots of puzzles there, lots and lots of puzzles. So you can make use of that. You can also make use of chessable.com, another website, but it's a paid membership kind of website, and so is chesstempo.com. However, even if you don't buy their membership, if you just make a username there, a registered username there at Chessable or Chess Tempo, you'd still have a lot of puzzles presented to you free of cost every day. So do either of these two. Either buy a book, a puzzle book, or go to a website, but do understand that solving puzzles every day is the key to all of this. Playing your games and annotating them at least once a week. If you can't find time every day, at least do it once a week. But chess puzzles, at least 5 chess puzzles every day. Before going to bed, maybe, pick up your cell phone, browse these websites on your cell phone, have a software on your cell phone. Any puzzle software, man, anything. But just because this relates to muscle memory and brain memory. The more you solve puzzles, if you're not going to solve puzzles every day, you're not going to be able to recognize these patterns in your own games. You'll never improve. It's as simple as that. So annotate, solve puzzles, and then start a book. No matter at which level you are, there is no better way to improve chess but to start a book and work your way through it. Work your way through it. Forget about my recommendations or anybody else's recommendation. There is no bad chess book. But you need to go through it. You need to work your way through it. It's not like any other book which you can just read laying on your bed. A chess book requires that you have a chessboard present and then you work through all the variations. So it requires a lot of hard work to go through even one chess book. The top books that I recommend to kids all the time, if you are around 1200 ELO, then pick up How to Reassess Your Chess, Jeremy Silman's book. And it's a great book for lower-rated chess players. Now, I disagree with some of the things that Jeremy Silman says, but that's only just at advanced level. The system, there is no system to chess, ultimately. But that is at higher levels. At the level that you're playing, you'll benefit a lot from this book. If you understand the concept of imbalances, that's what Jeremy Silman talks about in this book primarily. Once you understand the concept of imbalances in chess, in positions, it is going to benefit you a lot. My number one recommended book series would be Artur Yusupov's series of chess books, which comprises of 10 books and is the best book series hands down for chess improvement. But for this, you'll have to be at least around 1400, 1500 ELO to understand these books. But these are the best chess books out there. I highly recommend these. I, in fact, cannot highly recommend these, So this is something that you need to go through at any point in life. If you are looking to improve your chess, you have to go through these books. And if you meet somebody who has played chess at some level, at any level, you ask them about Artur Yusupov's book series, they're going to tell you these are the best chess books you're ever going to lay your hands on. The concept of homework. You need to have a self-assigned curriculum of game study. One of the best methods for improvement is to study grandmaster games, which are fully annotated by grandmasters themselves. This is chess course, right? The best chess course that you can have is a book of chess game annotations by a grandmaster, not an international master, please, a grandmaster. Then you'll need to have a self-assigned curriculum. Let's say that you assign to yourself that I'm going to read one book on chess game annotation per year. That would be a curriculum, right? But you need to pick up these books and you need to go through these books, because without this game study, this annotation study, you cannot improve your chess. You learn a lot by learning others' games, GM level, international master level, tournament level games. You need to dive into that. Now, my top recommendations for these books is number one, Tal Botwinick, 1960. I'm going to start a series on my channel, inshallah, in which I'm going to discuss all of these games from this Tal Botwinick World Championship, in which Tal won, although only for a year. Tal's book, Tal Botwinick, 1960, is an excellent game collection annotated by Tal himself. The main advantage of reading this book is that you get insights into the games of the grandmaster by that very grandmaster himself. There aren't many books like these written in chess world, so this is a gem of a book, really. And then David Bronstein's book, Zurich International Chess Tournament, 1953. It's hands down one of the best game collections out there. It's not just about the game collection. You can find game collection anywhere. You can search the internet, Zurich International Chess Tournament 1953. You'll get all the games. The main thing is Bronstein's annotations. He was a grandmaster, super grandmaster, and the way he annotates these games is just very high in educational value. So there you have it. So just to break this down one last time, play lots of games with chess engines and annotate them. Not just playing. Annotation, that's what matters. No matter how many times you lose, learn from your mistakes. If you're around 1400, 1500, you can beat level 1 of Stockfish, because at level 1, it's going to make a lot of blunders. So you can beat the chess engine and annotate those games as well. Or you can get beaten by the chess engine and then annotate those games as well. There's a saying in chess world, you learn more from your defeats in chess than your winnings. Because once you've won, you won. Mostly you don't annotate your games that you've won. But you need to annotate, I'm sorry, you need to annotate both types of games, winnings and losses. So really, playing with a chess engine is of key importance, and then solving tactics every day, then reading a book, going through a chess book, and then your homework, which is games of the other grandmasters. So I hope this helps at some level. I hope that you improve your chess and you become a better chess player and you beat all your friends and classmates and whatnot. And I hope that you will indulge into these methods and start a structured study of chess. With this, I leave you for tonight, and inshallah, see you around in the next chess video. Till then, take care of yourselves. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.